One of the reasons we chose to start with winter was because it's the season that the fewest people ever get to see. This is Carol McIntyre. She's a biologist who's been working in the park for years studying golden eagles and other birds of prey. When there's snow on the ground, dog sleds are just about the only way to get around. And man, at the first sign that the sled's being harnessed up, the dogs know it and they get excited. By the time we finally got on the trail this morning, it had probably warmed up to 20 below zero. And I'll tell you that zipping along on the back of a dog sled with a 10-mile-an-hour wind chill on your face really makes your nose know the meaning of cold. But I can tell you that firsthand, traveling by dog sled, it's one of the most fun things that I've ever done. And man, do the dogs seem to love it. Carol covers probably 100 miles or more each year on a dog sled. What a cool way to commute to work. Caribou are incredible animals. You know, the morning we were shooting this scene, again, it was incredibly cold. I bet it was 40 below zero this particular morning. And we were just miserable. Everything we did, from trying to operate the camera, changing film, it was just a nightmare. But these caribou didn't seem to mind a bit. They seemed perfectly comfortable. And they're just one of the many animals that live in Denali that manage to survive a winter that is long and cold, but also sometimes spectacularly beautiful. One way that a few of Denali's animals manage to escape winter is simply to spend it underground. These are the pups of an Arctic ground squirrel. Adult Arctic ground squirrels hibernate most of the winter, letting their body temperatures drop, amazingly enough, to just a few degrees above freezing. Doesn't sound like a particularly comfortable way to spend the winter to me, but I guess when you consider the alternative. Winter in Denali can last 8 months. Temperatures are brutal, and many animals try to avoid the worst of it simply by avoiding it altogether. One of these is the grizzly bear. This is one of the few scenes in this show that wasn't shot in Denali National Park. For one thing, park regulations prohibit approaching bears this close, but for another, this kind of intimacy between the photographer and the bear really required a special animal. This female had lived her whole life around human beings, and we had good reason to expect that she would den in this particular place. It took a week of gradually adding light to the den and working my camera into positions, and there are a couple of close-ups like this that we just couldn't use because my heart was actually beating so hard that I was shaking the camera a little too much. But ultimately, she got completely used to me. It's really quite a privilege to be invited into the nursery of a 400-pound grizz.